video is one that I have not really prepared because I've been really stressed with school and with actual work. I just haven't had a chance to sit down and make a video. I'm actually in the process of writing a really long paper right now, but thought, you know what, let's take an hour out to film. And unfortunately, my roommates are moving around upstairs at the moment as well. I can't really control that, despite what I wish for. And there will be lots of noise in the background of this video, but it's kind of a now or never situation. So we're just gonna get along with it and deal with it. So this video is going to have a couple basic things in it because I am fairly basic at times, but I still wanted to share my top 10 favorite things to do or favorite things about fall and Halloween time. So without further ado, here's my list. Just a disclaimer, these are in no particular order. They're kind of just 10 random things. So the first thing that I actually have on my list that I am looking down at right now is pumpkin patches. I adore pumpkin patches because they are a really fun place to like take photos or actually get a pumpkin. And when I went 2 weeks ago, I hadn't been in so long. I was just like, oh, this reminds me of why I love fall, because it's cold and crisp, but also like sunny and bright and nice enough that you don't have to be bundled up too much. And I don't know, I just really like pumpkin patches. Even just like driving down a street and like seeing a pumpkin patch in the distance, all the color of it is just phenomenal and beautiful, and it's something that I love very much. The second thing is kind of like a 2-for-1. It is carving pumpkins. I love carving pumpkins. My dad is incredible at doing that. We've had like Jack Skellington. I think 3 years ago I did a emoji and it was the proudest moment of my life. If I can find the photo of it, I will put it like right over here because it is just, it was the best pumpkin I ever carved. It was a tradition in my house, like most houses I think, and I think carving pumpkins is a common one for a lot of people. Same with the 2-for part that I'm about to mention, the roasting of the pumpkin seeds. I absolutely adore this part because what would happen was after we were done carving the pumpkins, we would like take all the seeds out of all the innards and guts of the pumpkin and give them to my mom, and she would roast them as my dad and my brother and I would carve the pumpkins. So it's kind of like a little family tradition thing that I love. So I'm planning on carving my pumpkin this weekend and roasting pumpkin seeds to have as snacks throughout the week, which will be delicious. The next thing on my list is apple picking. Apple picking is again something that I haven't done in so long, and I did it 2 weeks ago, and it was just so nice. It was like, oh, this is what fall is. This is what fall should be. Not like tests and tests and tests. It should be picking apples and having fun with friends. And I know that's very like, I don't know, wishful thinking. I haven't been apple picking in I think 6-7 years, and this one trip reminded me of how amazing it is. Of course, it's not like, you know, how movies show it with like the wicker basket and like, you know, someone romantic or anything. It's like a plastic bag, so it's nothing like super romanticized, but it's lots of fun. And then if you pick the apples and you make something with them rather than just eat them, it's even more fun and kind of cool to know that you've like picked and made something from scratch. The next thing on my list is taking photos of the pretty leaves. I become kind of a shutterbug during the fall because I love the vibrancy of the leaves and just all of the colors during fall. I'll try and like insert some photos here that I've taken so far this year of just all the bright leaves that I have found. I like taking photos of the leaves at this time of the year because I find that they are the most vibrant, because you have like green leaves turning yellow. So when they're in that between of green and yellow, they're this really vibrant lime green. And then there's orange leaves and they become so vibrant and orange, and then there's red leaves that become so deep dark red, and it's just so beautiful. I could just sit and look at different colored trees for hours and hours on end. Honestly, they are just some of my favorite things to stare at. They're so beautiful. This next thing is also something that I have done this week, and it's been It's been kind of missing from my life the past couple years just because I am more of a Christmas fan of them instead of a Halloween fan because I'm kind of a wimp. But watching Halloween movies is definitely something that I want to reintroduce as a tradition in my life. On Tuesday night, my friend and I had a double feature night and we watched Halloween Town and Adventures of Ichabod and Mr. Toad. Those are two Halloween movies that I can actually watch without being like terrified. I can watch like Hocus Pocus and Nightmare Before Christmas and Twitches, basically all the Disney Halloween movies, but other than that I don't really watch any others. I am a wimp. I don't like horror, I don't like thriller, like none of those. I'm like, no, give me like Charlie Brown, Pumpkin King kind of things. That's all I want. I want nice Halloween, not terrifying Halloween. Under this category as well, I would put Halloween episodes of TV shows. So The Simpsons does really great Halloween episodes, Bob's Burgers does incredible Halloween episodes, and so does Friends and The Office. So those 4 shows. This next one is super basic on the list, but I have a justification for it, and it is pumpkin spice lattes. I am not a huge pumpkin spice latte drinker, however I have had 2 so far this season, which is crazy for me because usually I get like 1. But the reason I like pumpkin spice lattes so much during fall and Halloween is because it is the precursor to red cup season. The holy season, quite literally. But I love red cups at Starbucks. That to me signals that Christmas is coming, my favorite time of year is coming. It's fantastic and I'm excited, and that is why I like pumpkin spice lattes, because I'm like, well, there's only a few more weeks till we get our red cups, so complain about your pumpkin spice, I want my red cups. The next item on my list is also another drink, but it is apple cider. Any kind of apple cider really, as long as it's warm. Cold apple cider is great, but it just tastes like apple juice. Warm apple cider just is something completely different. 2 weeks ago when I went to the pumpkin patch and the apple picking orchard, we got apple cider at the end of the day, and we were like so cold, but we had this like little tiny cup of apple cider, and just like the first sip of it was like, this is fall, and it was just like very nice and relaxing. I love it. It's my favorite fall time drink. If I could have it all the time, I would, but that's too much sugar. The next thing on my list is dressing up for Halloween. I don't really put on costumes very often. I am wearing a dress that is a skeleton today, just for this video, and this is probably what I'm wearing for Halloween. But dressing up, I mean more like makeup wise as well. I love doing like crazy makeup, not like crazy detailed like skull looking makeup or like character looking makeup, just like makeup you wouldn't get away with on an everyday basis. In my second last year of high school, I was dressed up as like this weird like Captain America girl thing. I had like a tutu on. It was weird and very convoluted. I just wanted to look cute, and I did. And I had silver, red, and blue glitter on my eyes and huge winged eyeliner. It's fun to just do that kind of stuff. And you can't really do it any other day than Halloween, or if you work at Sephora too. So I get to do this kind of stuff all month, which is fun. The next thing on my list is the second last thing on this list. It is being able to wear sweaters and scarves again. After the summer that we had, it was so hot, I just wanted to put on jeans and a sweater and a big old scarf and not be boiling. I feel the most comfortable in like long sleeve items because as a bigger girl, you were kind of like, I don't know, conditioned to believe that you shouldn't be wearing clothes that show too much skin just because you're bigger and that's gross. That's not the case, but it's still ingrained in me a little bit, so I don't feel as comfortable in like t-shirts and shorts as I do an oversized sweater and jeans. So as soon as the temperature drops below like 14, I am just like ready to put on big sweaters, big scarves, or the wraps. I love wraps, like scarf wraps that you put around yourself. Oh, I love those because when it's like the beginning of fall, when it's not too cold outside, you can still wear your like t-shirt or like 3/4 sleeve shirts and jeans and then a wrap, and you're good for the day. I love it. And then you also look like stylish, but not like you're trying too hard, which is also perfect. And the final thing on my list, number 10, is Thanksgiving. I love Thanksgiving. It is just it's possibly my favorite holiday. It's my favorite meal. It's so good. And not only that, but you get to spend time with your family, and even though they annoy you sometimes, you actually get to see your family, which is nice, because I can go months and months on end without seeing certain family members. So it's nice that when Thanksgiving rolls around, I get to see them again. And that is it. That is my top 10 favorite things about fall and Halloween time. Making this list was fun because I got to kind of think of things that I wouldn't normally like consider like a great thing about fall, and then I was like, oh no, I really do love that. Like I really love that about fall time. So it was fun, but that is it. I hope you enjoyed it. I will be back next Thursday with a very exciting video, one that I have wanted to film since April, and one that means so much to me that I kind of want to just like stop everything and film it right now, but no. I will be filming that later on and then uploading it next week. But for today, that is it. Thank you for watching. If you did, if you liked it, give it a thumbs up. If you enjoyed me, subscribe, because I create videos every Thursday at 2. Even really bad ones when I have no other ideas. Like today's. All my other ones are good, I think. Yep, that's it for today. Hope you enjoyed it, and I will see you next week. Bye!